For 2 days, I haven't spoken to her. For 2 days, I've been sleeping on Liv's couch. For 2 days, I've been trying to get out of my head the way her hand rested on my cheek. It's not working. That's why today I'm doing what I always do when everything falls apart. I go to the loudest party of the semester and get drunk enough to forget her name. Bass-heavy music pumps through the walls, vibrating the floorboards as bodies pack every inch of space. Red Solo cups litter surfaces, spilling sticky remnants of beer and mixed drinks. Neon signs flicker in electric blues and purples, casting ethereal glows on sweaty faces. Scarlett pushes through the front door, her short black dress hugging her curves, a bold choice she pulled from the back of her closet, something she bought on a whim but never dared to wear. The fabric shimmers under the lights, making her feel exposed yet empowered. Liv, her bubbly best friend with wild curls and a sequin top, grabs her hand and pulls her into the fray. Come on, Scar. Let's dance this crap out of your system. Liv shouts over the music, her grin infectious. Scarlett nods, forcing a smile, and they weave toward the makeshift dance floor in the living room. Bodies gyrate to the rhythm, arms flailing, hips swaying. Scarlett grabs a shot from a passing tray, tequila, sharp and burning, and downs it in one go. Then another. And another. Each one hits like a wave, dulling the edges of her pain. But every time someone yells Scarlett in the crowd, whether calling her or just a coincidence, she flinches, her heart skipping a beat, expecting to see Raven's piercing eyes. The clock on the wall reads 23:42 when the door swings open again. A hush falls over the nearby group as Raven steps in, her leather jacket zipped up against the chill outside, her long hair cascading freely over her shoulders. She scans the room with purpose, her gaze cutting through the chaos like a laser. Scarlett, mid-laugh with Liv, freezes. Their eyes lock across the sea of people. Scarlett whispers to herself, barely audible over the din, "You shouldn't be here." The tension crackles, unspoken accusations hanging in the air. Scarlett turns away first, grabbing Liv's arm and dragging her deeper into the crowd. "Who's that?" Liv asks, glancing back. "No one," Scarlett mutters, but her voice wavers. She throws herself into the dance, letting the music take over. Bodies press close, the heat rising. She accepts a drink from a cute guy with a backwards cap, flirting just enough to distract herself. Laughter bubbles up, fake at first, then genuine as the alcohol loosens her inhibitions. But in the periphery, she feels Raven's presence like a shadow. Raven leans against the kitchen counter, nursing a beer, her eyes never leaving Scarlett. Friends approach her, chatting animatedly, but she responds with half-hearted nods, her focus unwavering. The party swells around them, beer pong tables erupt in cheers, couples disappear upstairs, smoke wafts from the back porch. Scarlett glances over once, twice, her resolve cracking. Why is she here? To apologize? To make it worse? The questions swirl in her mind, mixing with the buzz of the shots. The avoidance game begins in earnest. Scarlett dances with a group of guys from the soccer team, their hands grazing her waist as they move to the beat. She laughs louder than necessary, tossing her hair, making sure Raven sees. It's petty, she knows, but the jealousy she imagines in Raven's eyes fuels her. Raven, meanwhile, stays rooted by the wall, her beer bottle sweating in her hand. She watches with a stoic expression, but her knuckles whiten around the glass. Liv notices the standoff and pulls Scarlett aside during a song break. Leaning into her ear, hot breath against her skin, "She's been staring at you for like an hour. Just talk to her already." Scarlett shakes her head vehemently. Never. The word is final, but her eyes betray her, flicking back to Raven. The party churns on, someone starts a conga line, spilling drinks everywhere, a girl in a crop top climbs onto a table to dance, drawing whoops from the crowd. At 0:17, the energy shifts as a group forms a circle in the adjacent room for truth or dare. Scarlet, flushed and tipsy, joins in, plopping down cross-legged on the sticky carpet. The circle grows, bottles clinking as people settle. A drunk guy with a messy beard takes charge. Scarlet, truth or dare? She smirks, adrenaline pumping. Dare. He grins wickedly, kiss the hottest girl in the room. 10 seconds. The circle erupts in cheers and whistles. Scarlet's heart pounds as she scans the faces, blondes, brunettes, all giggling nervously. But her gaze inevitably lands on Raven, who somehow ended up on the edge of the circle, drawn in by the commotion. The room falls silent, the weight of anticipation pressing down. Scarlet's breath catches. No backing out now. Time slows as Scarlet rises, her legs unsteady from the drinks and nerves. The circle parts like the Red Sea, eyes wide with excitement. She approaches Raven deliberately, each step feeling like wading through molasses. Raven doesn't move, her expression a mix of defiance and vulnerability. Up close, Scarlet whispers, her voice meant only for her, "This means nothing." Raven's lips curve slightly, "Liar." The word hangs between them, charged. Scarlet grabs the collar of Raven's leather jacket, pulling her in. Their lips meet, hard at first, a clash of anger and frustration, like punishing each other for the hurt. The circle counts down, 10. 9. But as seconds tick by, the kiss softens. Scarlet's hands slide to Raven's neck, fingers tangling in her hair. Raven responds, her arms wrapping around Scarlet's waist, pulling her closer. It's deep, desperate, a floodgate opening. The initial fury melts into something raw and real, lips parting, breaths mingling, the world fading away. The count reaches 0, but they linger for 7 more seconds, oblivious. Finally, they break apart, chests heaving, foreheads touching. The room explodes in applause, phones flashing as videos capture the moment. Scarlet whispers, her voice trembling, "You ruined everything." Raven smiles through glistening eyes, "We both did." The aftermath hits like a wave. Scarlet stumbles back, her face burning, the taste of Raven lingering on her lips. The circle chatters excitedly, "That was hot. Did you see that?" But she barely hears them. Raven reaches out, but Scarlet turns, pushing through the crowd toward the door. Her mind races. What just happened? Why did it feel so right? The kiss replays in her head, every detail etched, Raven's softness, the way she yielded yet held firm. Outside, the cool night air slaps her, but it does little to clear the fog. Liv catches up, "Scar, that was insane. Are you okay?" Scarlet nods numbly, but inside, turmoil brews. The party continues without them, music thumping, but for Scarlet, everything has shifted. That kiss wasn't just a dare, it was a confession, a spark igniting what she'd tried to bury. Scarlet bursts out the front door, the rain starting as if on cue, a light drizzle turning into a downpour. She doesn't care, she runs down the steps, her dress clinging as water soaks through. Footsteps pound behind her, Raven, calling her name. Scarlet, wait. But she doesn't stop, splashing through puddles on the sidewalk. The campus lights blur in the rain, her mascara running in black streaks. Raven catches up, grabbing her arm, "Stop. Please." Scarlet whirls around, rain mixing with tears. "Why did you come? I almost forgot you." Raven stands there, drenched, her jacket heavy with water. "You really think I could stay away when I heard you were here?" Scarlet's voice cracks. "I hate you." But Raven steps closer, pulling her into an embrace, "Then hate me closer." They stand there, wrapped in each other, rain pounding down. Scarlet buries her face in Raven's neck. "I don't know how to be angry without you." The moment stretches, thunder rumbling in the distance, their bodies trembling from cold and emotion. It's cathartic, a release after days of tension. Passers-by hurry past under umbrellas, but they remain, lost in their bubble. Raven pulls back gently, cupping Scarlet's face in her hands, thumbs wiping away rain and tears. Her eyes are serious. I have to show you something. Tonight. Right now. Scarlet, shivering, asks. What? Raven reaches into her jacket's inner pocket, pulling out a folded letter, old, creased, edges frayed from handling. The envelope bears Scarlet's handwriting, addressed to her ex. But every mention of the old name is crossed out, replaced in fresh ink with a raven. Scarlet pales, recognition dawning. Raven whispers, I found this in your desk drawer. 2 years ago, you wrote it, to me. The revelation hangs heavy, the rain a dramatic backdrop. Scarlet's world tilts, memories flood back of that letter, poured out in a moment of vulnerability, never sent.